And we are recording.
So, it's been a while. Last we left off, the other part of this group, this ensemble we've got going on here, teleported to, with the help of the Space Station D's new equipment, directly to Lex. And whether that was a good or a bad thing, I suppose that's up to both player and character. Because they learned a few things, specifically about Lex, and even more so about where Lex is or isn't. And as a result, the other three, seeing the rest of their group go away in pain, decided to unknowingly think of a different location, a general location. And because one of our players in this group is currently down and out from, let's just say, a medical emergency, we're
Big
just
ouchies.
going, yeah, very big ouchies. And we're going to say that Razz was teleported a little bit off kilter and will be joining us either during later this session, if they can manage it, which I doubt, or we'll get back to them and what they're doing next session. So, Helia and Lance. Between one blink and the next, your vision, it isn't even clear so much as it shifts and blurs, going from the vastness of space and the void, essentially, to bright hallways and statues and gold and carpet. And it's a bit disorienting at first, but there's no nausea, there's no sickness, it's just you're not there anymore, and you're here. Except that's not what makes you aware that you're in the corridors of the castle. What makes you aware of it is that behind you both, kind of behind and to the right, kind of over here, you swear you hear yelling. Not quite yelling, but an attempt to not fully yell. That kind of hush yelling from who knows what.
Restrained, trying not to raise my voice, but definitely raising my voice.
Yeah. You can't make out what's being said currently.
Should we try to find the others first? Because I'm kind of curious about what all of that is.
We're here already. They'll probably be done arguing by the time we find the others.
So I'm not hearing a no. All right, sweet, let's go. And just start. And just kind of peeks around the corner.
The first thing you see at the end of the hallway, peeking around, is that remarkably clear halls today. That's the first thing you notice. Here, not even a knight is out in this portion of the hallway right now. Instead, what you see is a distant sign on the door handles. Rather, I think they would be knockers more than they are handles. Sort of a way to get attention from someone inside. And it, from, you know what? What's either of your passive perception?
Passive perception is 18.
15.
Lance, you're the only one who's able to keenly make out the words. Helia, you're able to perceive one or two of them, and you think the clearest one is family. Lance, you see most of the words on this rather roughshod sign, like it was doodled by a child. and it reads, "Family time, do not interrupt." But there are other words, but you can't see them from this distance. And that is where most of the hushed, restrained yelling is coming from.
Do I recognize the voice that's yelling?
What was that?
Do I recognize the voice that is yelling? Or trying not to yell?
Make a history check with advantage. Because you have been in an entirely other world for a while now, and you've been focused on other things.
Advantage. You said history?
Yes.
Okay, go. Come on, Iron Jesus, don't fail me.
It's a 24.
Yeah.
You definitely recognize the voice, because it's the same voice that gave you your mission. The king. As you listen in a little closer, just to make sure, are we sure it's him? You don't understand the language that's being spoken, but it's definitely making you feel like a moment of like
Fear.
On second thought, let's go find the others. That might be a good idea. And just turns right back around.
I would like to point out we don't know where they are.
How hard could it be to find them? I'm sure there's a map.
They're not going to be on the map, Lance.
Wait, what am I? We have gummy phones.
Oh, that's a good point.
So what do you do?
We had the brain cell for all of the teleportation, and that was it. Lance is going to... Well, I would assume that they all would have each other's phone numbers by this point. Lance is going to just... I imagine they've made a group chat. Like, just... So Lance is just going to call the group chat. Well, yeah. Okay. Lance is just going to call the group chat. See whoever picks up.
I'd say at this current moment, those three are currently walking in to an argument and wouldn't actually hear their phones.
Oh no.
Because that's like the tail beginning, that is the very, very beginning of like them walking in and hearing Miss Baker, Viv, and Lex. So it rings for a little while longer than you're pretty sure most of them would have picked up by now. So they're probably not going to answer.
What? I'm sure there's a map. We can just look for a general meeting area.
From down
Text
the hall,
that.
the door with the sign swings open.
Oh
It's
no.
still a long distance away, but now that the door is open, you hear that language again. Deja de me! From behind the door, further away, you can't see the person speaking because the person walking out is not the person speaking. In fact, they have their hood pulled up over their face, and the only thing you can see is their mouth as they are quickly walking away, with about 10 paces behind is a general, seemingly all too pleased in that kind of himbo-ish aspect of like, I'm just happy to be here, walking behind the person.
Inquiry. Now that the door is open, do we recognize the language at all?
I'm sure one of you did. But he's not here right now.
So it was probably, I don't know, Thieves' Cant maybe?
Oh,
Sure, let's go with that.
I wish that language was Thieves' Cant. So roll intelligence, both of you.
Just base intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there we go.
You are in Jesus. Don't fail me.
Nope.
Oof.
Yeah.
I'm typing in what I said in case it didn't come across, because I know my mic peaks from time to time.
No, we heard it. It just, I love you dearly. It sounded like Simlish.
Yeah, considering that language and how I was taught it, I'm not surprised.
So, Spanish then?
I mean, yes, but you guys wouldn't in character recognize this language.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Helia has no reason to know Spanish, so tracks.
So, yes is Spanish, no, you do not recognize it.
Looks at Lance, shrugs.
So, wait, which way are they? Which way is the hooded person walking? Are they?
And I think they're coming towards us from this direction.
Yes.
Yeah, I know they're coming from this direction, but so they're walking towards us?
Correct.
Oh God. Lance is going to try and look as non-suspicious as possible, like he wasn't just trying to listen in. And just like
do you guys do anything as this person is approaching?
Just give like an elbow nudge to Helia. Quick, act Wait, is it It words. Please don't tell me out of character now.
Don't bully you over the fact you can't say inconspicuous.
Yes, that's the word.
Stares up at Lance with big ol' eyes, like, why would I do that? Edge of knife cat to this.
That was an angry parent tone. We do not want that.
Why are you so nervous?
I'm nervous. I'm cool. I'm calm. I'm collected. I am chill. Chill as a cucumber. I'm
Are you?
Gucci.
Now you are starting to hear the quick, like, you recognize boot steps, and they're fast. Like someone is not running, but like quickly moving in your direction.
Oh God.
Speed steps.
Act natural.
What do you guys do? Because this person down the hallway is rapidly approaching your location.
Just gonna act natural. Try to act like he belongs here.
Helia's going to look at her phone to see if the others have messaged her at this point, just like, that's normal and natural, right? Sure.
And this person who is stepping not quite far, like it's less long strides, even though this person is very tall. You can't see their face, even though the token definitely shows you it. You can't see their face. They have completely dark ensemble, very rogue-like accoutrement. There's
Very My
even
Chemical Romance.
not quite. Like, if you could imagine a stereotypical D&D rogue, kind of like that.
Yeah.
Except the only piece of color on their person is a white flower that is peeking out from under the hood. As they don't even give you half a glance, as if they don't even care that you're there, and just keep walking.
Just like the audible sigh once they get out of like earshot. Just
And then you hear more than you see. I apologize for His Royal Highness. He's having a bit of a bad day. As someone steps up and looks directly at you two.
yeah.
Helia waves.
Hi.
Hello. Just that kind
You're
of
very-
time of someone who is all too proud to be here.
You are very quiet.
I am. It is part of my job. And
It's like-
and this person is taller than the other by about 5 inches. So whereas you'd put His Royal Highness at about maybe 5'10", 5'11", this person is easily 6'3". But he's slouched over, kind of unassuming or otherwise making himself look appealing to the populace. But he
Less
wears...
intimidating.
Yes, he makes himself less intimidating, less conspicuous to the modern day. And he seemed like someone who shouldn't be wearing the badges of honor that he carries on the left side of his chest. Like, he looks like he's in regalia more than he's actively serving in any military right now. But he is shooting a look over towards who he called His Royal Highness and goes, "Sir, at least introduce yourself." "No, fuck you!" And keeps walking.
No, it's fine.
I'm sorry, that was entirely in character for Helia, too. Oh.
Then there's a frown, it's not a scowl more than it is just a concerned look, and goes, "All right. Would you rather I introduce you, as these are your brother's friends?" And then you hear the footsteps stop. But they don't return.
Is he like within visible?
He's kind of
distance?
around the corner, but not entirely. Like, you can see basically his hood, you can see basically the back of him and a little bit off to the side. You can, at this angle, because of the light from the current time of day shining on his outfit, he's sporting an odd symbol on the back of his rogue's outfit. It doesn't look like the royal family's sigil, but that's kind of all you know, and all you would actively know. It doesn't look like the Pendraco symbol. So you don't know why this person is calling them His Royal Highness, other than maybe it is. Who knows? You certainly don't.
Apparently, this might be Arthur's brother.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, and my ass does kind of like snap toward and point towards him. That's pretty neat. Band logo. Where'd you get it? Which band is that?
You don't get an answer. However, you almost a split second before you hear the voice, this person tenses. And you hear, Cayde's Matteo Pendraco.
Oh, that was loud.
Yeah, from the same direction they were walking away from.
Helia is just gonna slowly lean out from around the corner.
There is a very, very upset looking King Pendraco storming his way down the hall. And then you just hear from behind you both the ch-ch-ch-ch and running.
Like, I would like to elaborate how Helia is turning to say this. She's not turning around. She's like tilting her head back until she can sort of see Lance, and then goes, "You were right, angry dad."
Mm-hmm.
Arthur,
Yeah.
you're on your way out after having spoken to Vivian, who claimed to have been around. She will be around. You can get a hold of her whenever you need her. You just don't know how. So you were planning to ask maybe your father or mother. And as you're coming down the hallway from over here, you see your father in the distance storming in your direction, General Ray happily following after someone in dark clothing, and you see a familiar flower that you've only ever seen in the vases of your brother's study. Just trying to run. So you can put your token down at the bottom of the bed.
Okay.
Oh no, the consequences of his actions.
Yeah, he's not smart.
No, drink that. Or is it sweet? What, you don't want it?
But, Arthur, what do you do as you see this person who might be your brother, though you haven't seen him in ages? Years, probably closer to a decade?
Hmm.
Or are you just going to let it happen?
How could I stop him?
He is actively running. You
Trip
have
him.
magic. Or trip him.
Yeah, I could just trip him. I could just... That one. Oh yeah, it's still work. Yeah, just try and trip.
You want to move forward a little bit?
Yeah, like that much.
Yeah. He doesn't seem to notice as he's rushing past you that you're even there. So I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw. He doesn't get one for this because he's not paying attention.
I believe I get advantage, right? That's correct.
While you're wearing the gift from him, yeah?
Yeah.
You, as he's running past you, you basically just sweep out your leg in that manner that looks almost like you're ducking out of the way to let him move. And he just goes, ah! And completely fumbles and skids another 5 feet, basically on his side. Just the fubba.
Was it
And
too
we-
successful there, were you?
And then just the shut up from the ground. And you still don't see the face. Too busy, like, seemingly trying to... And is standing up and dusting themselves off. Good to see you're still in high spirits. With a, like, almost pouting expression to the curve of the mouth as they turn to you.
Yeah. What's happening?
I wouldn't worry about it. And from a distance, you hear again, Cadence Matteo Pendraco.
Someone's in trouble.
No, I'm not in trouble. Don't jinx it. All I did was walk out of a family meeting, like I usually do. And she's like, fuck. And then just tries to skitter away again. What do you do, Arthur?
Gotta want to tackle him.
Get his ass!
So this is going to be a, this is athletics versus acrobatics.
Mhm.
So you're going to be rolling athletics.
God, mine's ass.
It's fine, his acrobatics is ass.
We believe in you, Cayde.
That is an 8. He barely makes it.
I will say for this, you do manage to trip him up a little bit as he's trying to leave, and it slows him down a lot. Because you basically, instead of tackle him, you rush towards him and try to get him from, running away from Dad. Because he's clearly running and not, doing his normal stunts. Which now you recognize this sort of attitude of, even though he's the older brother, you definitely recognize the younger attitude when you see it.
Mm-hmm.
Of just like, fuck, I fucked up! And trying to leave.
Mm-hmm.
So you basically catch onto his hood, pull it back and off of his face, that basically like keeps him hidden in broad daylight. And he just goes, fuck! And there's just, from the distance, you hear your father go, there you are. In his accent that he never uses in public. So that is your reward for almost tying with him. You basically got him to, roll an Arcana check for me, because you are probably very confused.
Not bad.
It occurs to you as you watch him fumble to try and put his hood back on and fail repeatedly because he's trying to run and do multiple things at the same time. His outfit has a natural invisibility spell built into it. Not because he's not seen, but because anybody who he doesn't want to be seen by can't see him. Roll one more Arcana check for me, just for fun.
Alright.
It also occurs to you as you're thinking about it and all this is happening, just in the moment, split second, oh, this only works on a targeted person every so often. He ran out of his uses.
No. Too many don't want to do something right now, leave.
Yeah, pretty much. Just the, whoa, bye. And she's like, where'd he go? Like, he's used too many of them. So you're not wrong, but he's trying to quickly escape again. But as he's ducking around the corner, there is a kind of a sniped spell from your father, who, I'll say this much. He's where you got your paladin class from.
Hmm.
And he has the archery subclass.
Terrifying.
Yeah. He's the ranged smite motherfucker. So your brother tries to duck around the corner, but instead gets fucking pinned to the wall by not by his shoulder, but by the most clothing at his shoulder.
Mhm.
And he's just like, ah, fuck, god damn it, shit! And he's trying to get the kind of divine lance out of his clothes, which has worsened his ability to remain quiet. And General Ray, who you've known for years to be your brother's bodyguard, just walks up and does a bit of a curtsy / bow to you. Not really
That's
saying
what
anything,
mending's
but
for. Sorry.
just kind of basically acknowledging that you're there and giving a silent thank you for catching him. Because he had been walking towards you guys this entire time while he was running. And then your father, who slows his pace and takes a breath. Thank you, Arthur.
Mhm.
And he's back to his regal presentory self of not having his normal accent and just turns and stares at Cadence, who has the wide eyes of a child having gotten caught reaching into the cookie jar before dinner. Just the, oh, I'm in trouble, help, 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 help. And then steps over in front of him and starts to say something that only you, Arthur, understand because it is in Spanish. In Spanish, he specifically says, "Me, I could understand. Our last conversation was not exactly favorable. But ducking out on your mother? That I can't forget." And then proceeds to, by basically the scruff of his neck, and where he has the most of the collar, picks him up, throws him over one shoulder like he weighs literally not even a feather, and proceeds to carry him off. And goes, "You two are welcome to join me if you'd like," speaking to Arthur and to General Ray, who doesn't really have a choice in the matter, as you recall, Arthur, because he's the bodyguard.
Yeah. This seems it's obviously very important, so he will go.
And the king kind of stops right here and goes, "Ah, you're friends of my youngest. Because now what the other one is not presumed dead anymore. Isn't that right, Cadence?" And just that, I was never dead. I was never dead. I was never dead. Nothing I say is gonna be good here, Dad. He's like, "Well, you can start explaining when your mother starts asking questions." And just looks over at you two again. "Would you like to join us for some tea?" With a grin that basically tells you he is the parent who caught the kid in the cookie jar and is delighting in it.
He is bullying his son.
Correct. You understand.
Helia looks at Lance like, "Are you going to be too anxious from existing?"
I am. Are we talking actual tea or like the gossip kind of tea?
Knowing my wife? Both. Would you like to join us?
Sounds like
I
fun.
am in.
And then just from over his shoulder, where Arthur, you can see the most upset and offended looking brother you've ever seen in your life. Of just like, I'm not a source of gossip kind of look. Anything you want to do, Arthur?
He's essentially looking my direction, right?
He has no choice but to look in your direction at the
Yeah.
moment.
He's gonna mouth, "Take your lumps."
And then just you get flipped off immediately, and then there's a kind of smack from General Ray of just like, no, you will not do that. That is unbecoming of His Royal Highness, and you know that. And it's like, well, what's happening today? Am I in the fucking Twilight Zone? Out loud.
You could be.
I hope I am. I can get out of there. I can't get out of Mom's questioning. And then just good, because we're headed there now. And they start walking off. Do you all follow?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Delightful. So we'll return to that in a little bit, because honest to God, that was fucking hilarious. And I'm still recovering. Just the taculum. That's the worst. This is the worst.
It's a funny way to say that this is the best.
Silly hours only.
So, Aster and Sue, because Arthur had long since walked out by the time you realize he's even, gone. Because that rogue bullshit.
The bullshit known as walking out of
Arthur,
a room.
Batman's his friends confirmed.
Not even intentionally, it's just that you guys aren't paying attention. So, what are you guys doing? You are still in the room listening to Lex try and talk his way into letting them understand he can do this on his own.
I mean, Tsubasa's just watching. He's listening. He's paying attention.
Hey, Alexios.
Oh, you're full naming me. Great. What do you want?
Aster
As
no.
he turns around from Viv.
Just a quiet Aster no.
Do you want to spar?
Do I want to what?
Spar.
Why?
Did you not pay attention to what to my answer?
You didn't pick it up.
In the group chat.
Oh.
Right underneath Helia saying, "Don't pull a lance."
Look,
So, Tsubasa is now looking offended.
it's fine.
No.
Stop using your friend as a verb.
Okay, no, that was Helia.
I know, but blanket statement.
I'll start using you as a verb if you do this.
Do you want to spar? Yes or no? No questions asked.
He gives you this kind of odd look of, what's your passive insight?
Aster's passive insight is 23.
You gather, whether it's because he's very good at pretending to be something he's not, or otherwise he's very good at masking. Or just something that he's very good at training himself to hide. You get the impression that he doesn't believe you're telling the truth or asking him a truthful set of questions or requests or anything like that, and he's just giving you this bewildered look of why would you offer that?
Tsubasa is going to lean over to Aster and quietly just... Weren't we just getting onto him about resting?
It is a simple offer. Do you want to spar? And I will explain myself once we get to a sparring ground, but it is... And he looks him, Alexios, dead in the eyes. I mean it when I say I have your intentions behind my words. Behind my offer. I want to make sure if you're actually going to go on this, regardless to what we say, what we try and convince you of, that you're going to be okay. So, spar with me.
I don't need your approval to do something I'm going to do anyway.
I know you don't, but this is just so the rest can kind of have a sleep easier knowing our friend will actually be okay.
Do you not trust me?
I care about you.
Do you not remember how the fight with Lance went?
That was barely a fight.
Exactly.
Also, Lance.
Lance is a
ain't
capable
exactly,
fighter. No. Lance is a capable fighter. He just plays around too much.
Exactly. And I'm not playing.
I would hope not. Not in a life or death situation, but this is a spar. I'm not going to go all out.
What if I get Arthur's permission for you to go all out?
He's not going to give you permission.
Hold on one second.
Frantically
going
starts
to-
typing on his phone.
Nope, he's actually going to call up Arthur.
It's up to Arthur whether he would answer as they're starting to walk into the currently as you see as you're seeing it, the dining hall. The main dining hall.
I would give a few. Yes, I would give. Yes.
So you pick up and you hear the bickering in the background of people trying to reason with Lex, obviously not working as you left them there pretty much without your guidance. And it's Aster's phone number, which is already normal but in a weird way. So, Aster, what do you say?
Hey, bud. Quick question. Need you to give me permission. Need you to give Lex permission. You're on speakerphone, by the way. To go all out in a spar against me.
Arthur,
And
don't give him
if-
permission!
You shut the fuck up. This is my call.
No, you're the one who left it on speakerphone.
Yes, because I want Alexios to hear this. I keep calling you by your full name. This is Kuri speaking. It's been a bit, and I'm not too many A names. I need to get used to saying Lex. But no. Hey, Arthur, just favor for a favor. No questions asked. Say, please let Lex know that he can go all out in a spar against me.
And I am asking, for the sake of our friend, don't.
Aster is just going to put a hand over Tsubasa's mouth. Go ahead.
One, I'm already doing you a good favor. Two, why would I do that? Yeah.
Because if he's not fully able to... Because if he doesn't kick my ass in the first 3 turns,
Tsubasa
he's not
licks
going
the
to wish.
hand. Tsubasa
I'm
licks Aster's
feeling-
hand.
I have a
That's
feeling
okay.
even if he is really hurt, this won't solve anything.
Wait, what does Aster do to the hand lick?
Nothing. He doesn't move it. He's a farm boy. You think your little fucking, licking his hand is gonna do anything? He's shoveled shit. 3 meter shit.
Yeah, need I remind you that this is the complete opposite of that. Tsubasa is the complete opposite!
Completely missing the goal line of that. But, no, Aster kind of goes, well, regardless, just need you to give me permission because, fuck it, why not?
There's a long silence. And he hangs up.
Calls back again.
No, he has to do a thing.
Text him. Give me permission, or I swear to God.
I don't have time for this.
Yes, you fucking do. I will suffer the consequences of my own action. Just give him the goddamn permission.
Tsubasa is currently trying to bite. Should I roll? Should I roll to see if that works?
We'll get to you in a second.
Can you bite the palm of someone's hand?
Yes, but not in like an actual. It's more just like grazing your teeth.
Well,
There's
actually-
there's nothing you could do to let Arthur do that because he genuinely thinks that's not gonna help anything.
I'm gonna text your mom, and he's going to try and bluff his way with this.
That's a terrible bluff.
Yeah, but it's his bluff. Let him try. So how does Arthur respond to that?
That's a terrible bluff.
Our parents were best friends, dickhead. You think my mom wouldn't have your mom's number?
Yeah, your mom, not you.
You don't know what I learned in the Dark Realm.
Sure.
Arthur, you get a text from Lex, as you guys have not been keeping an eye on Lex at this current moment. Arthur, you get a text that just says, honestly, I don't mind, it's just, I don't see the point. It's up to you.
I don't see the point either. We're on the same page here.
If he wants to be hurt that badly, it's fine by me. I just don't really care to hurt people, you know me.
Yeah. What do I have to solve this problem?
You want me to make the call?
Yes.
Alright.
You're smart enough. I know you're smart enough.
There's a pause, and then the response of sure in lowercase levels. Lowercase, you know? He's just like, sure.
Damn, that's a reply that was just like, it popped up and you just hit reply off rip. You didn't actually open it.
It's the auto respond.
Yeah. I have a funny story about auto responses that my family thought I was kidnapped once.
Oh
'Cause I used
no.
auto
Oh no.
response.
Story time for another time.
Yeah.
Tsubasa
But-
is still trying to bite Aster's hand.
Lex puts his phone away and kind of sighs, just openly, and you guys hear it. Just, all right. And his tone shifts in that moment from the happy-go-lucky and head empty and, you know, Cheeto dust for brain cells
Himbo.
to you suddenly realize why there's the reason why he has the position he has. All right, if you want to, then I'll go 1 round, not 2, not 3, just 1.
round. 1 round's all I need. If anyone in this room says that's what she said, looks at Mama Baker, never mind.
The Tsubasa just starts snickering.
The instinctive response I had from Mama Baker was literally just, word worth. Don't say it.
No. My daddy raised me better.
Hey, Ren.
Yeah.
A bite's considered an arm strike, yeah?
Kind of, yes, in this moment.
Okay. Because, 12 does not hit. Fuck.
It's not.
He still has the baby fangs, it's fine.
Ah, you're teething. Understood.
No, he's trying to get Aster to take his hand off without actually physically moving it himself.
Don't be lazy.
Well, yeah, he's just going to move the hand after the bite fails.
But, no. Aster's going to... Tsubasa.
Yeah.
It's that... The moment that, Lex kind of drops, like, the whole, yeah, I'm talking to you like a friend act, Aster has the fucking most sinister grin, and he just goes, come on, Zip, let's go. And little Zippy follows him.
The fucking small, Arcanine looking motherfucker that is Toro right now.
Baby.
As Aster starts passing Toro, he just pet. Good boy.
Then just the woof. The tiniest of affirmatives.
Elimination.
Tsubasa, what are you doing? Because the other two seem to be... With your passive perception, Vivian looks... Like, the look on her face is amused, but you're pretty sure there's something else underneath, if only because she's trying to hide her expression with one hand.
Nope.
However, Miss Baker, you look over at her for a brief second as they're walking out and you hear the front door open. As you're walking to leave and you turn to face Miss Baker, you see the briefest of glimmers of uncertainty. Not hesitation or worry or concern, it is uncertainty.
Is there something wrong?
Nah, cha. We all good.
Alright, I guess I'll be heading out too then. Just skater energy. Just, you know.
I will say, we can technically, like, this whole conversation probably took about 10 minutes, and that other series also took 10 minutes. Because, Jesus Christ, the amount of shit that happens sequentially sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, I will say, as Tsubasa is walking away, he is going to send a text in the group chat, and I'll send it as well, just... Actually, you know what? I'll just send it. Let the people on the recording be confused. Quick question. Tsubasa visits his friends in Traverse Town normally, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. But yeah, he does pause for a moment and just sends off this message. And just, hey, I'm going to go take a visit to Traverse Town for a bit, see one of my friends. Just a heads up, I guess. And I will say, other people can come with him. Does anybody want to come with Tsubasa? Like, out of character?
This can be done out of order. Like,
Okay.
in terms of going from Tsubasa's stuff to the gossip of the King and Queen.
It can be, doesn't have to be. Don't do anything I would do. That won't be hard to do.
So we're actually going to, for a little while, if it's alright with everybody else, actually go to the arena, which is different than the sparring grounds. You guys can choose to be there if you want. This will not be a thing that detracts from being at certain locations.
So Tsubasa probably would have followed. You know what? Tsubasa would have followed, and he would have been texting the entire time.
Does anybody else want to see utter fucking bullshit?
AKA Aster getting his shit rocked.
No. Arthur. No.
Do we get to have
Yes,
a
I have-
Tsubasa and Lance episode? Sorry.
There is an arena. I do have the map. I can put you guys on there. Because you would be in the stands.
I mean, I'm good either way.
I think we're gonna have a little bit of a fun thing of Aster getting his shit rocked for a little bit.
I will reveal why I'm doing this, and I know by now it's too late to actually affect the outcome. Lex needs a goddamn outlet that's not just himself.
Which is fair.
So Aster can take a couple hits.
A couple.
Aster can attempt to be an even, like he can.
No, you can't.
He can. 18 AC plus 10 to initiative, 161 HP.
Mhm.
With armor of Agathis and some other spells that would allow me to kind of either heal or kind of keep myself at a good distance without losing my own, hair.
This is going to be fun, honestly.
Have some fucking faith, by the way. I'm a
do,
cleric.
I do have faith in you. But on the other hand, I'm also cursed with knowledge about Lex.
I am a cleric warlock, so I also have one of my modifiers is a +7 in Constitution. My highest modifiers are Constitution, Wisdom, and Charisma, and all of them are +7. I built Aster to be a tank.
And unfortunately, you're going up against a tank buster.
I built Aster to be a shield. Well, that's nice and dandy, but we got these armor-piercing rounds. Oh, fuck.
You guys are... Don't fucking get me started, Nia. I have 70... I've got 78.
That's normal.
Yeah. But compared to the rest of you fuckers...
What did Helia think I had that was like, can he?
Again, I have less than you. I have 78. Just a 7 and an 8.
So, you all get into the stands by the time that there's already a referee essentially on one side, and directly across from you on the opposite side of the arena, there seems to be a court doctor who looks unperturbed from this distance. It looks like this is a normal routine thing to happen. But the rest of the stands are basically, you guys are the only ones watching. And I did include Razz because I know Razz would fucking rather die than miss out on it.
No shit, though.
I can't remember.
Oh, this is great. I know this map.
Yeah.
I use this map for a couple of one-shots. It's great.
And
Wait,
there's
I
a
recognize
moment
this map too.
Yeah?
Yeah, way back when I first met Kuri and the other campaign was quote unquote active. We had a sort of combat one shot at one point. Where we just slapped some characters into a character sheet, slapped them onto the field, and then bada bing bada boom, we went nuts.
Hey, I'll be right back. There's some weird noises.
Okay.
Well, I remember this map. This was the map that we had used. Because I remember at one point being up on this side, specifically trying to get a good angle at someone.
Oh, this is gonna be funny.
Out of curiosity, how long are we thinking of going today?
Normal hours, I think, unless something happens.
Okay. I'm mostly just asking because I'm watching the time right now. We're an hour into recording.
Yeah, I know.
Ah. River? What's the matter, baby? What's the matter?
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
My brother is on the other side of my wall trying to knock tape off the side of the house. So, if I pause at any point, it's because he's getting real loud and it's distracting me.
So, you all are across from the court doctor, and you see the referee, and I'll put it to you this way, she looks entertained. Like, in full Sparta attitude of, are you not entertained? Kind of, you know? And she pauses for a moment and goes, "This is your last chance. Anyone who wants to call out or leave the stadium must do so now. We'll be locking the gates." Does anybody speak up?
Wait, is this for anyone to speak up, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Tsubasa doesn't. It's like watching a train wreck. You know what's going to happen, but you can't look away.
So, as that happens and no one says anything, speaks up, dismisses this fight, especially not the two combatants. She grins, goes, alright. And she raises a kind of, it looks like a gun, but for anybody who's aware of what this is, it's basically a gun that only holds blanks. It is basically a race gun.
The starting gun.
I couldn't remember what the actual name was, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what she is holding. And after raising it towards the sky, she pauses, looks between the two combatants, and goes, "You ready?" And Lex doesn't say anything. Just staring at you.
Their smiles. As I'll ever be.
Alright. And she shoots the gun into the air. Roll initiative.
I. Yeah.
So,
Pinned against the wall. Damn it.
no,
Oh,
you know
boy.
what the first thing that happens is?
Go for it.
Aster, there is a certain feeling like a supercharge in the air. Not by electricity or magic or even some aptitude for arcana. It is pure light. And as someone, even as a cleric, that you're used to some version of light, even in your darkness, this is light. As you watch Lex summon not one, but two Keyblades, and then disappear. It is your turn.
He is going to take a moment and look around and go, what? 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 Bitch. Alright. So we're running. Okay. He's going to summon Garden of Void. Kind of swing it back into a reverse grip, knowing that Lex does not enjoy this. First action, he is going to... Hold on, do I have more than one action? No, I do not. I'm going to use... guidance on myself.
Anything else?
I'm trying to make it... Trying to give the thing of, like... It's being a little shit and not actually rolling the thing. Oh, here we go. Yeah, guidance on myself. And lastly, I'm just going to do. No, that'd be Bean. Okay. That's gonna be his turn. Just guidance. Guidance with his blade in reverse grip. Haunting.
It's silent in the arena for a split second. A split second of time where it seems like he did run, that he left, that he dipped out. I need you to roll a dex saving throw.
Alright.
Because you are expecting him definitely to still be here, it's not what you do.
Ooh, 8. My bad rolls are starting to come over.
You take 13 cold damage. As through the ground where you're standing, you hear the of something digging into stone, and you're just like, "He's underneath." What the fuck?
You're
And you try
muffled.
to you have the thought of, how did he get underneath so fast? How is he underneath? But it doesn't stick for very long, as there is a sudden, almost like spout of water, of crystallized water that's not quite frozen, and it's like shards. As the water underneath you of this arena is being pulled and making you very, very unfortunately cold and not having a great time, but you only get dealt 13 on the first attack. I need you to make a dex save again.
23.
You manage to duck out of the way this time. You take no damage, however, you are considered soaked. Like the actual condition. Until it wears off, or until it's made worse, you will take 1d6 cold damage every turn. You can technically use an action to dismiss it, because it is a magical spell effect, but it will take an action. Understood?
Understood.
So, you see through the ground for a split second as you're ducking backwards, which you can move your token if you like. You see through the ground Lex standing underneath on the upper side of the arena, upside down, and he's grinning. What?
Reaction. Warlock reaction. When a creature, when you or a creature you can see takes damage within. I took damage. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Within 10 feet. Shit! The tentacle needs to be summoned. Fuck. Never mind.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it! I did on that. Because we're 10 feet apart.
And through the crack in the ground, his last action is to cast Shooting Star.
You are having a lot of fun. What does that mean?
I'm actually going to cast this from his sheet.
Oh shit! We're hitting the DM sheet. Let's go. Is this a spell?
Yes.
Reaction counterspell, 3rd level.
How does your counterspell look?
It starts as a kind of. It kind of looks like a multi-pointed star, kind of like a hexagon, but all the sides are pointed outward. And as it thrusts forward, it is kind of entangled in this dark water, and it connects with the shooting star, and then explodes out with the shards, getting any of the rest of it.
Make an insight check before your turn starts.
That is a 30-20.
You're not sure why, but the look in his eye, from the perspective you have, of Lex. He seems to be studying you. It's your turn.
Okay. Aster kind of tosses his keyblade a bit out towards where Lex is,
Mm-hmm.
and in his movement catches it. Dance of Bereavement.
Can you tell me what that does again?
An ability that allows the user to briefly summon duplicates of himself, clear illusions, but all wielding the user's keyblade. All attacking at once to deal 10d6 damage to a single target. Can only be used once per day until the keyblade is mastered, at which point you may use 8 MP to redo it, scaling in factor of 2.
Which, by the way, you summoned your Keyblade. I need you to roll an Arcana check. You can still use it. I just want to see if you have the mastery point.
That's a 20.
You can mark down a mastery point for Garden of Void. But, sure. I didn't give that a saving throw, did I?
No, you did not. I will offer maybe a hit DC for the saving throw. I roll a 2 hit, and if you meet maybe a dex save, you'll be good.
Sure.
Alright. Wait,
You
I
tried.
haven't. No, that's a nat 1. I can't use guidance on that.
Here's the thing about the nat 1.
Yeah?
Instead of not hitting, it hits. But instead, all he does is stare at you. As every point of light and every point of shards of water that collected on the fake keyblades hits him. He just stares. Roll a wisdom saving throw for me.
Yeah. Alright. 21.
There's a shudder down your spine for a second of... It's not magical fear. But for a second, you almost forgot that this is Lex. He wouldn't kill you.
Bonus action. Point blank, 0 gravity.
What's the fucking DC on that? I don't have the spell sheet up.
I don't know, I just have it marked down as trap 8 MP.
I'm going to roll Constitution, which is one of his worst stats. So. Yeah. Deserved. He deserves that. He deserves to fuck up every once in a while. He continues to stare at you as you cast this. He doesn't stop you. He doesn't break it, even though you see him smirk briefly. As he's forced to his knees upside down. And instead of, pulling him upwards, it basically drags him into a kneeling position and keeps him from moving. He does not have movement until this spell fades.
Alright. I'm going to use, because that was about 5 feet from where I was before, to run the fuck away. Because he is trapped. He is technically within restraints, yes?
Mm-hmm.
So he does not get an AOB. And that'll be my turn. Just make some distance between us.
On his turn, he has to roll to get out of the restraints. All right. Nope. He can't move. That doesn't mean he can't do anything.
Yeah. No, he can still do some stuff. He just didn't get the A off.
So he just. All you hear is. Funny. And you get hit
No, I'm
with.
hilarious.
And there is no save for this. As you get hit with magic missile at level 4.
I know I'm hilarious. Do you use assurance or something?
Hmm?
No, I'm thinking of the wrong logic. Never mind.
Magic missile is automatic hit. Remember?
Yeah, I remembered. I remembered late.
You take 14 force damage.
Ah, my bones, Alexios. Why? I'm joking. Please don't actually be upset, bud. I asked for this.
And then you hear cracking of stone. As while he can't move, he basically sacrificed his movement. He can't move from his spot. However, what he can do is channel his mana into his Keyblade. As you see him through this fracture, this hole in the ground of the arena, as he is slamming not his Keyblade, but one of his guards of the Keyblade again and again into the bottom of the arena. Your turn.
He is trapped and restrained, cannot move. Yes.
On mechanics level, yes.
Okay. Dark Faraga Burst. Pointed at him.
That's a roll to hit, right?
I don't know. It's not marked in my notes. I just have my list of spells.
Because I remember us in the
I believe
original
that is-
campaign doing roll to hit for Dark Faraga.
Yeah,
Burst.
I was using the other one. We're using roll to hit because I think we're using our spell attack stuff for it specifically.
Yeah, go ahead. Spell attack. I'm not letting you know the DC you have to hit.
I'm gonna roll it here. Advanced roll d20 plus 10. Because I'm using my cleric spell DC, or should I use my warlock spell attack?
It's up to you. Whichever one you
Sure,
think
sure.
that you would be able to hit with.
Probably the plus 10. 24?
Just barely.
His AC is 24. Jesus fucking Christ, his AC is 24. What did I get myself into? But that is a 60-10. With an
All right.
18 MP cost. 126 minus 18.
I love how you basically went, Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne at me.
Yes, I did.
I edited some stuff. I'm not letting. You don't have to change anything because you're not level 9, so don't worry.
Okay. That's... I have 18 MP costs instead of 8. Should I count 8 or 18?
8.
Alright. That's much easier to calculate. Okay. That is my first action, and then I
60-10.
rolled I roll the 6d10. .31 points of damage. And for my bonus action, I'm going to summon a Tentacle of the Deep right here in front of him.
Is that all?
No, once I summon the Tentacle of the Deep, I can... Well, let me actually summon it. It lasts 1 minute or until this feature... Or until you use this feature to create another tentacle. Okay, so can I attack in the same turn that it's summoned? It does not say.
Your passive insight is 23, right?
Yes.
You notice an odd thing about when you hit him with Dark Ferrogaverse. Is not that he's not taking as much damage, it's the fact that he's not phased, even though it's darkness.
Okay. So, summon Tentacle of the Deep. Okay. Yeah, I don't... It doesn't say that, Does not say anything about that, about any follow-up attacks, so... That's my turn. Wait, no, I gotta... Wait, did I move?
You did not.
Okay, I can get some movement away from there. He is going to kind of go over here and hop the thing down. Actually, he'd probably go over here and then hop down. Yeah, that's probably something we're gonna have to do later because of Beyond 20 being fuckery.
So,
that's my turn.
is that alright? More cracking, breaking, shattering. It's less chipping this time and more like he's using more force, more pressure, knowing where to hit, knowing where to strike. And all you hear is the breaking of stone. And he doesn't seem to do anything else. But what do you do next?
After getting some field away from him, I am going
These are raised
to...
platforms, by the way.
Huh?
These are raised platforms, so.
Yeah, I know. Okay, cool. He's going to third level Cure Wounds on himself. Because he is out of Alexio's eyesight, so Lex can't see him do this. So if there's going to be a counter spell, he wouldn't know what it was for. And he's basically just going to put a hand on himself and go, "Hurrah!" And heal back 17 points of damage. Not back to full, but enough to at least be a bit more comfortable before lurking And for my last action, I'm going to try to stealth. Gonna be out of his eye line. I'm going to try and stealth into the shadows.
I won't tell you the DC, but you can try.
Oh, I have a +5. I'm probably not gonna make it. Why? Why must you sass me? Oh, do I have a bonus action? Yeah, I did. Okay. Can I use a bonus action to unsoak myself?
For this instance, yes, but for following this battle, no.
Gotcha. Then is it possible to say I use my bonus action to heal myself instead?
Sure.
Then I'm gonna take
As
my
we
action.
count, because remember, bonus actions and actions are the same thing here.
Right. Sometimes I forget that. Okay, then
It's been
I'm
a while.
going to. Basically, Aster's gonna go unsoak himself.
It's basically like a free, like. This is gonna sound really hilarious. Considering it's like the free version of Era versus learning the spell.
It's a gut. It's not arrow. It's breeze. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be my turn.
So, you failed your stealth check,
I figured.
and
Breeze. For Breeza. Breeza.
no. And the cracking and breaking of stone stops as you hear the chink of metal and magic clicking into place almost. As oh, Lex, you gay motherfucker. This is gonna get me for some people in this chat. Kind of like the sword and the stone. The moment it clicks into place, it lights up. You cannot see any of this keyblade, and you can barely see him. As the entire arena now has an electric field. You immediately, Aster, take 2d6 lightning damage.
Oh, I hate you. Because you know exactly if I had it, I would have used it. Okay.
And then he takes it out, kind of cracks his back a little bit because he's been under influence of zero gravity for 3 whole turns. And he just kicks his boot heel, damn it.
No,
Boot heel. No, not gray. No. He kicks his boot heel into the ground beneath him, which is the underside of the arena. And the only thing that happens is that you feel zero gravity suddenly drop.
Ooh.
As with his fun little abilities that he has on going all out, he takes a step back and incurs no opportunity strike. And then just underneath, while this electric field is going, that does not seem to hurt him. Takes all of his movement to get to the edge, swing upwards, get on top, and then just casually start walking with 2 keyblades in hand that you have never seen him wield before, let alone seeing him wield 2 at once. As he seems to know exactly where you are.
After this fight, you're teaching me how to do that.
After this fight, you'll need something a little harder than a textbook to keep you away. As you basically hear him stop walking or something, because you can no longer hear his footsteps. Your turn.
Hi, buddy.
You just get a
Fucking
stare.
look. You need to take things serious. Why don't you take them serious, huh?
You don't get an answer.
I'm gonna cast Ray of Enfeeblement.
Legendary resistance.
Oh, okay.
He literally doesn't even swat it away. It almost seems to crack and twist and fall before it even reaches him.
Well, that was something. You got tricks. Real quick, Dark Dodge is a cantrip, right?
Dark Dodge for the first time is a cantrip, yes.
Right into his face. And second action, he's gonna take a swing.
Go ahead, you know his AC.
I do. Gotcha. Two-handed this time.
Alright, go ahead. He's not going to stop you.
Fuck. That's only 5 points of damage.
That's fine. He doesn't even bat an eye. He just tilts his head and uses a legendary action to take a swing back.
Alright. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Shit. Okay.
I'm marking down his hit points, so 1 second. Does that hit?
It does not.
So he takes a swing as you crack your own Keyblade onto him for minimal damage, but damage nonetheless. And he just swings out in a kind of lazy manner. And you know it's lazy because this is not his sort of fighting style. He's normally more precise. And you realize, with your insight, he's still fucking around.
Aster's going to say something he's probably going to regret later. If you don't take this so serious, are you really cut out to be Arthur's bodyguard?
From this distance, you do hear the, almost tick of him tilting his head to the other side and his neck popping. If I'm not cut out to be his bodyguard, then are you cut out to be the Seeker of Darkness? As he takes another swing.
Okay.
This counts as an opportunity strike for him.
Okay. That hits.
Are you looking at the Keyblade that's being used?
No. He's not breaking eye contact with Alexios.
You take 20 points of force damage.
Alright.
As for the ones that are watching, which you can respond to this when I'm done, you finally see one of the Keyblades that he's using. And it's not technically his. It's not his guardian form. It looks like a bone dragon's head on a spine.
You motherfucker.
With the color palette of beiges, dark beiges and browns and blacks and grays. With a keychain of just a simple cross at the end. And he reels it back and sets it at his side again. The other one you can't quite see yet, though it is in his offhand. Is that your turn?
2 action. Was that 2 actions? I think it was, yeah. That was 2 actions and a cantrip. So, yeah. That will be his turn.
First action. Inflict wounds. At 4th
Alright.
level. Does 26 hit?
Does. Counterspell. 3rd level.
You still have to roll, because this was cast at 4th level.
Yeah, I figured. Well, what do I roll again? Arcana?
Mm-hmm. Nope.
Yeah. I think it was my reaction too.
So I have to figure out mana. This gets fucking terrifying. Hold on, give me a second. As you've stated, as you've already seen, that he has a legendary resistance, a legendary action. If you provoke him, he get an opportunity attack without you leaving.
Good.
But alright, time to roll 7d10 necrotic.
Ow.
Or is it 60-10? I think it's 60-10 because it's 3rd. It starts at first. Yeah, 6. It'd be 6. I'm being fair. You take 30 necrotic.
Okay.
As he doesn't grab you by the chest, he reaches up and very specifically just... He doesn't even use his keyblade, he just punches you in the mouth.
Okay. Cool.
For his second action, he's going to use Shooting Star again.
I have no more reactions.
Does 24 hit?
It does.
And he's going to immediately use his his last attack to shoot off both of them.
Okay.
You take 35 radiant damage.
Okay.
How are you looking?
I'm pretty good. I'm at 57.
Out of how many?
161.
That is a third of your health left.
He ain't down yet. He ain't heard no bell yet.
You're looking like shit.
It's alright. He wanted to do this.
No, I'm letting him know. You can act as unbothered as you want. You still look like you've been put through a goddamn blender. Maybe even twice. Can't tell me otherwise.
And for his actual bonus action, he's going to second wind.
What the fuck?
I can't remember what second wind does at his level.
Isn't second wind just a healing?
Mm-hmm. It is 1d10 plus. For him, it'd
Give it to
be...
yourself, so we're still unaware of his level.
Well, you're gonna fucking find out.
Oh, I know we are, but still.
Heals 10.
Okay.
You see him as he like cracks you in the mouth, and you don't stagger backwards so much as you kind of snap your head back and then forward once more. You see him reach into his shirt, grasp something in the palm of his hand, grip it tightly, and there's a wash of light over him as he lets go of it. What? Oh god, this is some paladin bullshit, is what that is. That's what that is. I didn't even know what he was doing! Anyway. What kind of Oath of the Crown type bullshit. Anyway. That is his turn.
Okay. Aster's going to rear back, drop, kind of keep his keyblade in his other hand, and punch him back, casting Quake.
What's the DC on that? I know I put a DC on that.
I don't have it listed.
Fucking
It
god.
It's probably listed underneath the cleric DCs. You told me not to list the DCs. It is a 32 MP drain though.
$60-foot AoE, 32, Huh. Did not put it down. I know I intended to put these down, but god, editing these is fine. Anyway.
Dexterity save against your spell save to take half damage.
Alrighty.
It's right there at the bottom. My spell save is... Go ahead and roll, I'll tell you if you meet or not. I'm joking, it's 18. So you take half damage, so 60-12 halved. You might get fucking super lucky here. 43 halved. 21?
I'll say 22 because you barely scratched him.
Let me do the MP drain on that too, by the way.
And I need to roll a wisdom saving throw for him. Yeah, he's fine. No stun for him.
Good. Second attack. Just like the first. Another punch with Quake behind it. For fuck sakes, Alexios. Saves, so you take half damage. 45. Taken away would be 23?
Yeah, 23.
You not want anyone to give a shit about you.
I only heard half of that statement. Could you read it?
Why do you only want us to not give a shit about you while you care to the end of the fucking world? You're not well, Alexios. You're fucking hurt.
He has disadvantage on the wisdom save. Because of that.
Oh,
Does that meet your spell DC?
it does not. My spell DC is 18 for the save.
He is stunned. However, he seems to almost... He looks like he's not entirely there, as you dealt another 23, correct?
It was 20. Yeah, it was 22 and then 23, so it would have been 45 direct total.
He's actually starting to show signs of wear and tear. There is a bit of blood at the side of his mouth. And he is stunned.
Aster will not move, but he will look him dead in the face, and he's just gonna put his Keyblade in the ground. Not desummon it, but just like, this is not a fucking Keyblade fight anymore, bitch. Put him up. And just stare at Alexio. At Lex, his friend, who's hurt, who he has to fight just to show that, yes, it's okay to be hurt. And he's gonna smile. So this is you letting loose? I'd say I'm somewhat impressed. But I'm not done yet.
Make a dex save with disadvantage.
15.
Does not meet his spell DC, as he comes out of the quake stun, grabs you by the shirt, and fucking headbutts you with quake behind it.
Everybody in the stadium just hears, oh fuck. Reaction, counterspell.
How much mana do you got, bro?
Trust me, it's a lot.
I mean,
My
Lex has
counterspell is only
a lot
third
there.
level, so my counterspell is only 3rd level, so it's a 6-point drain from my total stuff, and I'm hitting him with like high MPs and then cantrips.
Your counterspell doesn't work.
Yeah.
In fact, you see the counterspell dissipate before it even becomes a thing. And you take an additional 6 points of damage.
Oh, then I'm down.
Okay. And the referee, seeing you get basically dropped onto the ground by Lex, blows her whistle, and literally Lex blinks, frowns, and kneels down next to you and uses half of his mana to cast Cure.
While on the ground, he's kind of just like got that dumb fucking smile on his face. He's just like, and the minute he comes back, he's just like, oh fuck, I'm good. Another round, coach.
No. Like, you get the softest, disappointed sound of no. And he stands up and starts to leave.
You kicked the shit out of me. As Aster stands up, and the tentacle right here will kind of start to block him. Where are you going?
And he raises a hand to his now bleeding nose as he used a bit more mana than he was expecting. And he just... I'm not doing that again.
Yeah, I don't think going blow for blow with quakes for punches is a good idea. But he will walk up to Lex, put an arm on his shoulder.
You physically feel him shaking.
And then the moment he feels him shaking, we'll kind of just loop an arm over his other, between his other arm, and that one on his shoulder goes under the knees, and he's going to try and lift Lex.
It's not hard. Well, it is, but for a different reason.
He lifts, and he's going to attempt to lift Lex.
And suddenly, you both you and Lex, hear from behind you, as if teleporting directly behind you, going, okay, that was enough. Very entertaining, though. Did you learn your lesson of fighting a Crown's Guard? And that he seems very deliberate on calling Lex a Crown's Guard.
Aster's jacket, like in the back area, does kind of like wobble a bit, and like little heartless hands start to kind of crawl out, and there is a zippy in his back, kind of staring at the guy, blankly. I wasn't fighting a Crown's Guard. I was fighting my friend because he's being a dumbass. But he's our dumbass, so we're gonna keep him safe. I can hear color.
Yeah, you went blow for blow with him. Make an
Lex.
insight check.
Passive insight 23 doesn't get it?
Nope.
Oh. Nope. 2 out of it.
Something's off about the way
Wait,
he's
hold on.
talking about.
Hold on. No. No, it's not. No. I can add a D4 because of the guidance I never used.
Yeah?
Not gonna do much, but it's still something. Nope.
I'll say with your passive insight, you know that the way he's talking about Lex is a little wrong.
Is a little wrong?
Yes. Almost diminutive.
I didn't catch your name, mister.
I don't think you need a name.
And with that, is the Cura still the way it is?
Mm-hmm.
Then he is going to cast. He is going to put 90 points of mana into a Cura for him and Lex, because it is healed in a 30-foot radius.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to mark my mana down to 4. I'm officially on 4, 6, and 18. Oh, I started with 134. Aster was originally built as a support character, a support tank. But I'm not apparently good at support tanks, so he's just now bulky.
Lex reaches up, kind of while you're holding him, and smiles, kind of awkwardly, in that manner of somebody who doesn't know quite how to, and goes, "Duck."
Aster does not hesitate. Ducks.
And uses all of his legendary actions to cast a single spell that he does not know. Leviathan's Rage. As all of the water in the arena comes to life in the form of a serpent, a dragon, a worm. A sort of ancient thing that acts on its own, and Lex only says, "Protect." But Aster, as he does that, you realize that your Cura, while healed some of it, you did hit him with a darkness spell. So he is shaking and weak and has used all of his mana to protect you. As this person behind you is slammed backwards into the opposing wall and is kept there.
Aster's going to try and do a thing.
Mm-hmm.
He's politely going to go, Helia!
The most muffled and distant what?
Come here.
Would you like to move your token, or are you going to sass him from a distance?
She's going to briefly sass him. Because how high up are these bleachers from the ground?
Taller than you, but not like, terribly tall. I think it's like an 8-foot drop.
Helia
Oh,
with
Sorry.
Helia looking at Aster and gesturing like, "What? Do you think I can fly?"
Hold on. And he's going to still carry Lex quickly over.
It's fine. Helia's just gonna misty step.
I want you to understand, I was about to summon a tentacle so you could Flintstone down it.
Yeah, Helia is going to, from here, misty step all the way to about here. And then
Aster's gonna meet her about halfway around here-ish.
okay, then I
and
will go.
90% of my 90% healed in a 30-foot radius for me and Lex. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So with my remaining HP, I'm back to 151.
Both of you make an insight check. Or perception. It's not 50.
24. My insight's much better.
Oh, they're exactly the same. Objectively hilarious.
Hello?
The
Anyway.
caretakers are here.
Both of you notice that as Lex is keeping this ability, this spell, this whatever it is active, the tendrils of darkness from the spell are getting worse. Your spell of healing did not take hold. Or if it did, it's draining.
Aster is going to look at Helia and go, my touch, not good. I'm gonna try and undo that, but help. Hold him.
I mean, obviously.
Thank you. And Aster's going to lay hands on Alexios and is going to try and pull the darkness that he did. Like I imagine whatever lingering darkness is not fully his, but what is his, he's gonna try and just
Kuri,
hey, fuck off.
Before you do that, may I do something that I think I'm remembering correctly?
Go for it.
If I believe I'm remembering correctly, this will also help. Helia's just going to gently slap a lesser restoration into Lex. Because I think I remembered that helping the last time he got fucked up by darkness.
Restoration. Do I have that? I do not have that.
It's a cleric spell. You should have it. It came free with your cleric Xbox Live.
That's only if he took it, though.
Got the oldest known cleric handbook known to man. You should have
Vampiric touch, tongue, speak with dead, remove curse. Could I try remove curse?
Kuri.
Yeah.
Just so you remember, you can switch around your cleric spells on every long rest.
Guess what Curry's been forgetting to do.
That's what I'm thinking. Head full of empty. It's okay.
So you use lesser restoration?
Yes, just going to lesser restoration the boy.
Who's holding him right now?
Give her guidance.
Who is holding him right now?
I believe we passed him off to Helia.
Yes, because
Helia, make a strength saving throw.
Why would you do this to her?
Tsubasa, get in here! Everybody get the fuck in here! Something's happening.
Do you want me to let you guys have free roam capabilities in this arena?
Hold on, cheers.
Lance? All right. I'll give you control over the token.
Lance, no hesitation, is just gonna try and drop down. Like, gonna essentially dangle off and then just let himself drop. I'm assuming that would be like.
No, you're fine. You're one of the taller ones.
In which case.
Wait, are we free to move around now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Immediately darting over.
Fuck you, Dark Dodge.
Oh, you know what? Fuck you, Misty Step.
Helia.
Yeah.
With a 15, you don't fall, when Lex basically turns to dead weight in your arms. He is completely passed out, and the Leviathan's rage is starting to go berserk.
Should we do something about that, or
Got it. Maybe.
And you just hear the crackle of that electricity field, which surprisingly hasn't been doing any damage anymore, but it is still up. And you hear that crackle and twist and bend of electric wires and technology as a staff slams into the ground from where you are, where anybody looking in the direction of the quote-unquote doctor and the referee, a staff slams into the ground. And the referee goes, "Enough!" And every spell that is hostile ends, and every hostile creature is restrained.
the fact that you included that makes me think that someone in here is hostile.
Yeah, this guy.
Yeah.
I will
Yeah,
say.
Tsubasa is looking in that direction, especially when he hears the staff go, slam.
Slam. I'm gonna text this because this might be dumb.
Most of what you've been doing has been dumb, so.
Yeah. Why is it stopping you now, Kuri?
If Aster was ready to fight that Leviathan, at least just to help Lex, would he be counted as hostile?
Fuck around and find out.
I think that's defensive more than it is hostile.
Okay, because that's what I was trying to figure out.
Not to
That's what I was
mention,
gonna ask.
doesn't it count as a hostile creature?
Mm-hmm.
So it's restrained.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a spell?
Make an Arcana check for those who want to figure out what this is.
Sure. Hey, I got 17.
I believe you said Arcana.
Yes.
Correct.
Come on, Orange Jesus. I believe. Don't fail me now.
Nice.
Okay, so Orange Jesus is apparently the way to go. No more Heart of the Cards. I see how it is.
Only
Nice.
Catholicism in our great Christian server. Anyway.
Where the fuck is the Christianity?
That's what I want to know.
You was talking to Loki yesterday.
I had Loki knife catting at me today.
But no. Everyone but Aster. Aster, you're basically focused on why Lex suddenly passed out after a lesser restoration, though you kind of assume it's because the pain is gone, which confuses you. Because normally he doesn't respond to that sort of thing.
I'll say it probably doesn't confuse Aster at this point. He's seen what happens when the pain goes away for Lex before. It makes that man sleepy.
Yeah.
It happened at the dorms.
Alright, what about the rest of us, though?
The rest of you, you know that this counts as a spell only when it is first cast. It is one of those spells that summons a creature that is bound to the person who is conscious.
And now that he's no longer conscious, it's unbound.
Good thing it's restrained then?
Mm-hmm.
How close is one of the I'm assuming heads to the group right now?
They're all equidistant from you.
About how far?
60.
Well, there goes that idea. I just want to touch one.
What do you guys do?
I mean, I probably could still touch one. I would just have to go touch it. Now, Tsubasa is going to try to get a better look at what's going on with the doctor and the referee.
Can I like make a medicine check or something to see if Lex is still below like a certain threshold of hit points?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask too.
Sure.
Get this
Oh, what's your medicine?
8.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll give the help action to Lance for the medicine check.
So that'll
Alright.
give you advantage, Nia.
Yeah.
Okay. Iron Jesus, I believe in you. You can do this.
25.
Hey.
Christ, it's real.
Oh my god, it's Jason Bourne. Anyway.
Stop it! It's not Jason Bourne. It's just Lex.
Fucking cursed.
So, the first thing you notice, Lance, as you're examining him is it occurs to you he's a nobody. He is half of somebody. The damage that he takes is doubled from the things that he's already weak to. Not because he is a nobody, but because that's just how he operates. And he was using basically his own HP, his own hit points, his own life force to keep this being he summoned restrained. And now that he basically had felt no pain for a brief second, his body shut down. He's fine. He's just coma sleeping at the moment.
Okay, so he's got like full hit points.
No,
How
not what
low
I
is
said.
he?
He's at like the threshold of 1 to 2 points.
No. He's at like 132 out of 160 something.
No,
He's just
okay,
passed the
he's
fuck
just
out.
sleepy.
He's
Gotcha.
got like a trail of drool. Just a little bit.
Well, it's more like blood because he got punched in the mouth with Quake.
Motherfucker!
To be fair, he also punched me and headbutted me in the mouth, so...
You also
Fuck
went
you,
for his
inflict wounds.
insecurities, so
What was that, Cayde?
you went for his insecurities.
I did.
That was a pretty low blow. You deserved everything after that.
Probably.
Yeah, Subasa's just curious about what's going on with the doctor and the referee, specifically the doctor.
That's not a doctor.
Yeah, it's doctor with heavy quotation marks.
I don't believe
That's not
that
a
man's
doctor.
ever had a medical degree.
So how's Aster doing though?
Oh, Aster's fine. He healed himself for damn near full. I'm 10 off from full. Because I healed myself for 90% of my total, and I already had 6 points left over. So I healed myself essentially for just about 6 away from 10. And then I just like, okay, well, no, here I am. Aster's fine.
Is it pop? So I know Cura is an AOE,
Yes.
but can I like focus it into only one person?
I guess.
Great. I would like to. You know what? Let's do 40 mana. Dumped as Alex. Just
But why? Same energy as Smash, but why?
just gently slaps a hand against his forehead. Cura. And that's
2 medicine checks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Also, Tsubasa's gonna kill me. Tsubasa himself, not the player.
Oh no.
Wow.
Wah wah.
Oof.
I should have prayed to Iron Jesus first.
Unfortunate. Anyways.
Oh well.
That's not too bad.
Oh no. Anyways.
Especially for 40 mana. That's a pretty good deal.
So, Tsubasa,
Yeah.
as you approach, you hear laughter. Of course it'd be you. As the doctor, quote unquote, looks up at you, Tsubasa. How's it going, kiddo? Enjoying your newfound life?
What?
Oh, you don't remember me. That's right, because I'm borrowing this husk of a person. Yeah. I'm just gonna shake off these cuffs for a second. And just, you hear the snapping of bindings as that doctor stands up and continues to seemingly stand up as if the person was hunched over. As you blink, and there's a familiar sight there. One you don't want to see.
Oh no. You're right, Tsubasa is going to kill you.
Don't you remember me, buddy? I'm the one who gave you everything you wanted. And opens his arms wide as draconic wings and a tail unfurl. You're
Tsubasa
just like me, and that's what you wanted.
Tsubasa takes a step back and he grits his teeth after a moment. It's just like, I am not like you. What are you doing here?
Oh, you know. Boss man says he wants that one to get angry, to get mad. Because once he gets mad, this all starts all over again. And you guys are pushing him. I don't have to do anything. All I have to do is stand here.
No, that's
As this mage tries to step up and cast a spell and just flick, and she gets sent backwards.
the others probably can't hear this since the sound does echo, but as she does go to step up, Tsubasa just suddenly goes, "No, wait!" Just
Oh, it's all right. She'll recover. She's one of the smart ones. She'd put up a shield spell before she touched me. However, you really should be getting back to your friends. Unless you want to continue talking to me and actually learn a thing or two. Tick tock. I'm not here forever.
you were there that day.
Which day? I'm there a lot of days.
The day that this happened to me. What happened that day?
Oh, you mean the day that I gave you your wings?
Don't have any wings, especially not from you.
I don't think that's true. Deny it all you want, kiddo. I made you.
No, you didn't. were
Yeah?
just there talking a lot of shit.
And you wanted power, like everybody else. Power and strength and ability. I gave you what you wanted. You owe me.
Tsubasa doesn't say anything. His shoulders just droop.
Do all the searching you want. Eventually, you're going to come back to me. Everyone does. And does anybody do anything knowing that Tsubasa is away and seemingly talking to somebody? Because this voice does not echo somehow.
Aster will kind of begin to walk forward.
No, he won't.
He won't.
Incorrect. Helia is like the second Aster tries to move, Helia walks around and glares at him like, "Motherfucker, you stay put."
He gets like a foot forward and then just goes like,
Never mind.
you good?
He calls
The
out to
best
Sue.
description I have for Helia right now is she looks like a puffed up Studio Ghibli character. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah,
The
no, I
angry
got
Ghibli
you.
poof.
Poof.
But yeah, Aster calls out to Tsubasa, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when he does, he sees Tsubasa, he would see Tsubasa just sort of jolt for a moment. And there is a bit of a hesitation before he looks back and he just smiles, just like, yeah, I'm good. Just. And he just trails off and looks back at the man standing on the ground below him.
Liar, liar.
Shut up.
You're getting better at that.
Shut up.
You haven't told me about them? For shame, maybe I should introduce myself.
Don't you go near them! Don't even look at them anymore.
You want to protect them?
They're my friends. Why wouldn't I?
And just give me the boy.
No.
No.
No. He's one of my friends too.
Is he? How much do you know about him?
I know what he's told me. And that's fine. I don't need to know everything about him.
And what if he stabs you in the back one day? What then? Will he still be your friend? Or will you turn on him like you turned on everybody else?
Just shut up.
Is that all you know how to say? Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
I told you to
Just
just
never listen.
Tsubasa does something extremely out of character, at least for the others, and he suddenly fires a fire spell at the man.
What fire spell do you use?
You know what? Fire.
So that's an AoE, I believe.
How big?
I think it's either 10 or 15, maybe 20.
Okay, so yeah, nobody else will get hit then.
He does not move. He just stares and grins. Introduce me, or I'll introduce myself. But I'll give you some time. I'll be back within the next week. Whether you're here or on that other pretty little world that you're hiding on. You hide everywhere else. And he disappears.
Tsubasa doesn't move. He just continues staring where he was. Does anybody approach him?
Yes.
Lance does get to pass by Helia.
Like-
It's the other two that are denied.
well, one of them is currently unconscious, so.
And the other one took about 2 or 3 fucking concentrated damage of fuck your life bing bong to the face.
Ooh,
Tomato,
the deja vu.
potato.
Woo.
So, yeah.
Anyway,
As Lance gets
Drip.
closer, what's his passive perception again?
18.
Yeah, I think that's good enough. As he gets closer, Lance will notice Tsubasa's shaking.
Steps speed up.
Yeah. Can't tell if it's from anger, because considering how he did just throw an explosive spell, or if it's from something else. But he is very visibly shaking.
Just like a hesitant hand on the shoulder.
He flinches, but he just looks back at Lance after a moment. Roll insight. Better pray for some RNGesus here.
Please, I mean, Jesus, don't fail. I have a good bonus to it. Oof.
RN Boulder. Yes.
You can't tell exactly, but as Tsubasa looks back at you, Lance, it looks like the closest you can relate the look on his face, it is one of actual anger, but scared. And just after a moment, he just, hey, Lance.
Are you sure you're good? Come on. We're friends. You can trust me. At least, I think I would hope we're friends.
Tsubasa was there when the ringmaster showed up, yeah?
mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh. He does hesitate for a moment, just looking between Lance and where the man had been. And then just, I guess you could say I have my own ringmaster hiding in my shadow.
Oh, ew.
Except not
I'm
actually
so
in
sorry.
my shadow, but
I am so sorry for whatever that person might be like.
he's the one that made me like this.
Lance VC. For the
For the
For the
Honestly.
But yeah, no, just
if Lance could speak primarily in vines and memes, he would.
Oh. No,
Bold of
that's
you to assume he doesn't in his downtime.
yeah, no, Tsubasa just says in a quiet voice, just, he's the one who made me. Like this, at least. I'm, he says they're planning to do something with Lex, Lance.
They like him and
Others. He said that and he does air quotes as he says the boss man. They were trying to get Lex angry. They want him mad for some reason, and I think it has something to do with that. And he gestures to the Leviathan.
Which is dissipating at the current moment because it's been up for a while.
Yeah. Still there, still can be gestured to, but slowly falling apart.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then we'll just have to stop them.
Well, I
Or
mean,
find someone who can.
yeah, you're right with that. Um, we should check on the referee. She tried to stop him, but and Tsubasa does look over to where she has been sort of a little yeeted.
Mm-hmm.
Just with the pass of 24, can you tell anything from this distance?
She's both not moving but slightly breathing.
Yeah. We have to make sure that they can't get to Lex. Not that guy, not whoever else is planning this. We've got to make sure that nothing happens to Lex. You guys need to stay safe too.
Oh, you can count on me to. My middle name is Safe. Ignore the time that Lex threw me like 50 plus times.
Lance, during my first year, didn't you also try to heal King?
Whatever. I can't.
Tsubasa does start to laugh after a moment because, like, Lance just. We love Lance. And just. Go let Helia and the others know I'm okay. I'm going to go check on the referee. And then later we can head out to Traverse Town?
Hells yeah. Sounds like a plan.
Alright. And he does bolt over to go check on her. I am going to roll.
Tsubasa,
Yeah?
as you're bolting over and Lance is walking back to the group, you get this sinking feeling. This feeling of you've been here before.
He
Done this
immediately
before.
turns heel and goes back. Sorry, continue.
As that feeling that scares you of I've been here, done this, didn't work. And there's a feeling in your chest of fuck it. If it's not going to work, then. If the plans change, if they want him, fuck it. They'll go through me. And that's where we're end.
Wait, end session?
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
So stop recording,
Really?
yeah?
It's only 9:30.
Yep.